Hi, this is Jennifer with What If Wellness, again with you, doing day 2 of the Dream Your World True coloring book challenge, meeting, discussion, whatever it is. And I'm here with Beverly today again, and we're doing the next couple pages in the book. If you remember, on Monday, we talked about what we want the world to look like. We talked about some of the things that we think are important to us, and we talked about our dream, and then we also had the opportunity to start coloring while thinking about our dream. And the second page that we didn't fill in here is just, what is my dream? So we could write in some of the thoughts we have about creating the world we want to live in, or even our role in that world. And then the next part down here is my why is. So why do we want this to be in our lives? And that actually ties to what we're doing tonight. The second page of what we did on Monday was declare your dream, becoming the person living it. So in that one, it's kind of interesting because it's not just declaring it true, but also saying, okay, if this is true, then who am I? How have I changed? What is different about me or my role? And do I have a new title to match whoever I am in the world that I want to be in? So that was part of the assignment for Monday or Tuesday and Wednesday. So today we are on magnetize your dream. And the way to really stay focused on your dream is to know why you want your dream. If you just say, I want this, and then, it seems important, but you don't really know why you want it, then you're not really going to stay focused on it. You're not going to keep choosing it at important decision points, because you might say, oh, but I really want to have, let's say that your thing is environmental activism, and your choice is whether you will bring your own water in a water bottle, or if you'll buy bottled water wherever you are and use the plastic bottles that they give them in. So one of your choices at that point is, okay, if I want a world that's with less trash, what's my role in this? What do I do? And at that point, you make that decision. And if you know why you want it, if you know why it's important to you to have clean water, clean air, less landfilly land, then you are more likely to act in a way that is aligned with what it is that you really do want. So going into our why today is actually a really good question. So the way that they ask it in the book is they say, ask yourself why 5 times and dig deeper and deeper into your dream and the reasons behind it. Trust the first answer that pops up in your mind and color it out. So they give you a little space in each one to color things out, and we're just going to talk it out a little bit right now, and then do some what if questions like we did the other day and some tapping on it. And then I'm going to leave you guys to your coloring, and you can go deeper into your own why and color each answer as you go along and create it in the way that you want. So the first question they ask, and that I'm going to ask Beverly, is why do you want the world that you've talked about? What is it? Tell me again what it is that you want to see changed in the world, that you want to see different than what you currently have, or that the world currently has, and then we'll talk about the why. So do you remember any of the things that we talked about on Tuesday as being, okay, great.
The big one for me is that everyone is valued and valued equally. And that kind of takes in a multitude of sins, because then the world is a safe place and the environment is a healthy place and people have enough food and there aren't bullies, and those, all of that wrapped up into one there.
All the way down just to the core reason of or the core belief that valuing each other is important. Okay, so I guess that you already kind of went into your whys, but let's just do the game and see if we can figure it out in a different way and just see if we come to a different answer. I think that your answers are already pretty clear and pretty obvious for why you want it. But let's just see if we get anything different if we keep asking the question. So the first thing you'd like to add more of in the world is people who value each other. So seeing that more. So what's your first level, do you think, of why that's important? Why do you want, let's just make it personal and say, why do you want to be valued more?
Oh, it makes it, gives you more energy to pursue the goals that you think are important. It makes you feel good, and that, you know, that gives you more energy to go about solving things that need to be solved.
Okay, so the first level then is it makes you feel good. So I want to be valued because it makes me feel good. It makes me feel important and part of the structure of the world, of the structure of society. If I'm valued, then that means I'm part of it. Maybe? Okay. Yeah. And so feeling good, so then you say, why do you want to feel good? And you want to feel good so that you can do more and be more. So then the next question is, why do you want to do more and be more?
Well, there's a lot that needs to be accomplished.
Okay.
And so having good motivation and energy to do that good work is necessary.
Okay. So now you're out there, you've been valued, you're doing the good work, you feel energetic, you feel valued, you feel good, you feel energetic, you're doing the good work. Why do you want to do the good work? Why do you think that that needs to be done? Why is that important?
There's a lot of healing that needs to occur at every level. And that takes some resilience and some energy to keep doing.
It sure does. So why do you want to heal it? Why is it important to heal it?
Well, while you learn when you struggle, I think you learn maybe more. We accomplish more when we are working in harmony and in tune rather than fighting each other or fighting against our own best interest.
Okay. So so that makes us more harmonious and more connected. And why is that important? More harmonious, more connected, more effective.
You know, it would just be interesting to see what would happen if we could do that.
Just out of curiosity, just to see, because we've done the opposite for so many centuries.
Yeah. You might as well try something different.
Yeah, exactly. Try something different. And do you think it would be fun? Do you think that it would be, so curiosity makes me think, okay, curiosity is usually a fun kind of thing. Or just an adventure kind of thing, or yeah, so curiosity takes it to a different emotional level. So it sounds like you're not being judgmental. It doesn't sound like you're judging this way of life or that way of life, but that you're looking for something different because right now this isn't really working for you. So this new thing, maybe it will, and maybe it'll be more fun, and maybe more of us will be happier more of the time. So basically the end goal is maybe more happiness.
That works for me, sure.
I don't know, does that sound like what it is? Or
happiness is great, but it sounds maybe a little trivial, like developing compassion, it sounds a little more grounded to me.
Okay.
For everyone to have compassion for others for wherever they are.
Okay.
And, yeah, and not so much the helping be helped, because there's some semantic problems I have with that, and always helping, and you might not be helping at all. You're doing what you think would work, but you're not working with the other person or the other groups or whatever. So I think just being able to be compassionate, listen, discern what is appropriate or the appropriate questions to ask, so that you can work together to solve whatever.
Okay. And how do you, once you're working together and you're harmonious, how does that feel to you?
That just feels balanced and let's see, what would you say, in tune, in rhythm. If the world has a great song or piece of music, then you're singing your part and it sounds great.
Nice.
And everybody else's part sounds great, so.
So basically it's, see if I can go all the way backwards to where we started. I've already forgotten the first step. So it was working together to, oh wow, I've already forgotten. Let's go back to the beginning. Why? What was the first why? I should have written it down.
I should have too, because I don't know that I remember. We'll have to go back and watch the tape and figure it out.
Exactly.
That everyone would be valued. That was the
valued, right? Okay, so having everybody valued leads to this song together, and it just feels good and right and true and aligned, and like you have a part and they all have a part.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool. So that's kind of your why. When you draw that last piece, and even when you go back to this page right here, my why is because you want to be part of an important song, or because you know what I mean? So however you want to say that, but that could be actually a really beautiful picture.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To add to that. So that's really neat. Thank you for sharing that. So because you're our primary participant tonight, let me go ahead and do some what if questions specifically for your goal. I'm looking for a pencil. So valued part of song, working together. What would you say are the most important pieces or the most important words that you just used?
Compassion.
Passion.
Harmony.
Harmony.
Yeah, I think that
those are the key ones.
That's all those are the main ones.
Passion leads to that harmony, right? So, okay. So, I'm going to go ahead to the next page as well so that we cover both when we do the what if questions and the tapping. So the next page is make a commitment. How does a person that has fulfilled a similar dream live? So if you're already part of that, if you've already gotten to that level, what do you do daily as if that's already true? What do you do that is different than what you do now that means you're already a part of that valued, harmonious system, even if it doesn't exist yet, in the act as if reality, where we start acting and taking action, doing things, and making a commitment to making that change? Can you think of one thing that you would do differently than you already do if that world already existed?
It would be easier to focus and be present instead of my mind running off in 80 directions while I'm trying to talk to someone, and then I haven't really talked to them because my brain has been everywhere. So
I see. Yeah. Alrighty. So when you get to this page, then your task here would be to, for just a little bit every day in any conversation that you have, to be more focused and more present as if that world already exists. Just feel yourself valued and act as if all of the world values you, not just yourself and not even just your loved ones, but as if you're a part of that bigger system that you want to see in the world, and feel that, and then engage somebody in conversation as if that's true. So that's even if it's at the grocery store or anything like that, just engage for just a few minutes every day, so that you're creating it in a tiny little way. And every time you do it, your brain and your spirit will be seeking to create that bigger piece. And other people will fall in alignment with that to a degree, as much as their souls agree with that. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, great. So let's do some what if questions to go with that, that process. And then we're going to do also some tapping. I think we'll just do them together. We'll do what ifs while we're tapping. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay. So let's tap here and say, even though the world doesn't look like that yet.
Even though the world doesn't look like that yet.
I'm pretty sure it will soon.
I'm pretty sure it will soon.
In a tiny little way every day.
In a tiny little way every day.
Because I'm going to create that.
Because I'm going to create that.
Because I can create that.
Because I can create that.
Because I have the power to do my own tiny little corner of the universe.
Because I have the power to do my own tiny little corner of the universe.
And when I do it with deep intention.
And when I do it with deep intention.
It'll be like a huge boulder has been thrown into the lake.
It will be like a huge boulder has been thrown into the lake.
And the ripples will go out, big, thick, heavy ripples.
And the ripples will go out big and heavy.
And they'll hit lots and lots of other people and places and things.
And they'll hit lots of other people and places.
And it'll shift things.
And it will shift things.
Because of what I choose to do every day.
Because of what I choose to do every day.
Because I remember why I choose to do it.
Because I remember why I choose to do it.
Even though the world doesn't look like that entirely yet.
Even though the world doesn't even come close to looking like that
yet. And there's so much, I wouldn't say devaluation, because that's kind of a weird word, but what would you call it that exists now?
Acrimony.
Acrimony, is that what you said? All right. Even though there's so much acrimony now.
Even though there's so much acrimony now.
I trust that that can shift.
I trust that that can shift.
A little bit at a time.
A little bit at a time.
And maybe even huge chunks at a time.
And maybe even huge chunks at a time.
And I'm excited about that.
And I am excited about that.
And I allow that.
And I allow that.
And I'm going to focus on that when I'm making my task every day.
And I'm going to focus on that when I'm making my task every day.
And when I'm coloring about it.
And when I'm coloring about it.
I'm going to remember that.
I'm going to remember that.
And I'm going to act on that.
And I'm going to act on that.
That's the eyebrow point now. What if it could be really easy to act on that?
What if it could be really easy to act on that?
That's out of the eye. What if it could be really fun to make these choices?
What if it could be really fun to make these choices?
What if it could be really easy to remember my why?
What if it could be really easy to remember my why?
What if my why is deeply a part of me?
What if my why is deeply a part of me?
And when I'm at the point of choice,
And when I'm at the point of choice,
to act or not to act,
to ask or not to act,
I'll know which one I want
I will know which one I want
because I know my why.
because I know my why.
And I'll make the choices based on that.
And I'll make the choices based on that.
Every one of those choices.
Every one of those choices.
What if the world could do that?
What if the world could do that?
What if more people in the world knew what they really wanted of the world?
What if more people in the world really knew what they wanted of the world?
What if more people acted on it?
What if more people acted on it?
What if more people were aligned with my vision?
What if more people were aligned with my vision?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Wouldn't that be fun?
I'm excited to see what that looks like.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what that looks like.
What if we could all create a song together?
What if we could all create a song together?
Outside of the eye, how aligned and whole would that feel?
How aligned and whole would that feel?
It would feel so complete.
It would feel so complete.
And complete feels pretty good.
And complete feels pretty good.
And I love the idea of being compassionate.
And I love the idea of being compassionate.
Because I'm valued.
Because I'm valued.
And I value others.
And I value others.
We can all connect on the same level.
We can all connect on the same level.
What if we could do that?
What if we could do that?
I wonder what the world would look like.
I wonder what the world would look like.
I wonder what my life would look like.
I wonder what my life would look like.
I wonder what my life would feel like.
I wonder what my life would feel like.
I wonder what my neighborhood would be like.
I wonder what my neighborhood would be like.
If we all valued each other.
If we all valued each other.
And if we all took action on that.
And if we all took action on that.
I'm so excited to find out.
I'm so excited to find out.
It might be on Halloween.
It might be on.
I don't know.
I don't know. Extra spirits maybe about that. Yeah.
I don't know what Halloween has to do with it.
I don't know what Halloween has to do with it.
But I think it could be part of the adventure.
Could be part of the adventure.
I wonder what that'll be like.
I wonder what that'll be like.
When everybody values each other on Halloween.
When everybody values each other on Halloween.
I can't imagine the snacks we'd all get. I wonder what that would be like.
I wonder what that would be like.
I don't know. It sounds silly.
I don't know. Sounds silly.
But I'm open to it.
But I'm open to it.
I'm open to seeing more wherever it is.
I'm open to seeing more wherever it is.
Feeling more valued.
Feeling more valued.
Feeling more connected.
Feeling more connected.
Feeling more compassionate.
Feeling more compassionate.
And compassion from others.
And compassion from others.
Not just me being the compassionate one all the time.
Not just me being the compassionate one all the time.
I allow others to be compassionate toward me.
I allow others to be compassionate toward me.
Even when I run out of candy on Halloween.
Even when I run out of candy on Halloween.
I don't know how that's going to work out.
I don't know how that's going to work out.
I don't know how any of this is going to come to pass.
I don't know how any of this is going to come to pass.
And that's okay.
And that is okay.
I know my role.
I know my role.
I know my task.
I know my task.
I know my why.
I know my why.
And I'm going to do my part.
And I'm going to do my part.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
Every day.
Every day.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Or a lot.
Or a lot.
I don't know. Maybe every conversation I have, I'll have that center.
Maybe every conversation will be that centered.
Maybe I'll suddenly feel focused and present
Maybe I'll suddenly feel focused and present.
as those other thoughts drift away
So other thoughts drift away,
and I stand true in my value
and I stand true in my value,
and I remember their value
and I remember their value.
and I remember that's all there really is.
And I remember that's all there really is.
All those other things will dissolve
All those other things will dissolve.
because they won't be as important.
They won't be as important.
I'll be able to ask myself,
I'll be able to ask myself,
what if I could be present right now?
what if I could be present right now?
Outside the eye, when I'm standing there with somebody in front of me,
When I'm standing there with somebody in front of me,
I'll remember it's a choice
I'll remember it's a choice
and that I have a choice to make about being present and focused or not.
and that I have a choice to make about being present and focused or not.
And I'll make the choice that feels right in that moment.
And I'll make the choice that feels right in that moment.
Underneath the nose, I don't know what that choice will be right this moment,
I don't know what that choice will be at this moment,
but I like to think that I'll choose to be focused and present.
but I like to think that I will choose to be focused and present.
Jen, I wonder how that'll feel if it happens more often than not.
I wonder how that will feel if it happens more often than not.
I wonder if I'll like it.
I wonder if I'll like it.
I wonder if I'll celebrate it.
I wonder if I'll celebrate it.
After each conversation that I'm focused and present,
After each conversation that I'm focused and present,
I'll give myself a high five.
I'll give myself a high five
Or a woohoo!
or a woohoo.
Whatever feels best at the time.
Whatever feels best at the time.
That's what I'll do.
That's what I'll do.
And I'll celebrate
And I'll celebrate
because it's my one small step
because it's my one small step.
that's going to change the world.
That's going to change the world.
That's going to create what I want in the world.
That's going to create what I want in the world.
Top of the head. Even if I feel fear
Even if I feel fear,
in being present.
pardon?
In being present.
In being present,
Even if I feel threatened
even if I feel threatened
emotionally,
emotionally,
I'll remember that I'm valued
I'll remember that I'm valued
and that the person who's being threatening
and that the person who's being threatening
is also valued.
is also valued.
And my heart will open.
And my heart will open.
I wonder what that'll feel like.
I wonder what that'll feel like.
Ooh, the adventure. I'm excited to try.
I'm excited to try.
What if I could create the world I really want?
What if I could create the world I really want?
I think I can.
I think I can.
And I'm excited about that.
And I'm excited about that.
And I deserve that.
And I deserve that.
And I accept that.
And I accept that.
And I allow that.
And I allow that.
And I am all that.
And I am all that.
I declare it now.
I declare it now.
And I'm so grateful
And I am so grateful
that I can make that choice.
that I can make that choice.
Big heavy sigh. Well, thank you very much for doing that with me. Do you have any other questions about that, or do you want to go any deeper with it, or is that a good tidbit for today?
That's a lot. That's a lot. I hope there are other people working the way they want to see the world so that the result is an interweaving that's much richer than what one person could think of.
Ah, right. But you feel like
putting it all the way I want the world. Pardon?
Do you feel like you have a little piece now? Do you have your job? And your
I have
why?
my job, yes.
Uh-huh.
And my why.
And your why and your coloring book.
and my coloring book and colored pencils. I'm ready to go.
All right, all right. Well, thank you so much, because now people who watch this later will be able to tap along with this and find what's true for them. So I really appreciate you doing that with me. And I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Will you be noon or 6 o'clock on Tuesday, do you think?
I could be either one.
Okay.
So if you want to let me know if one looks better than the other,
okay.
That'll be great.
That sounds great.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you. Have a fabulous weekend and an awesome Halloween. And I look forward to hearing about your candy supplies.
Okay. Likewise.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.